Hiya, I hope you are all doing well. I'm just here with, well, it will probably be my last video of actually doing uni work in them, because next week, basically this time next week actually, my final assessment is due in and then I will be done for good with uni. So really exciting but really scary at the same time. So this week I'm basically just going to be doing a week in the life sort of video, just to show you what life's kind of like studying in lockdown at the moment. It's the last week of my degree, so basically that's what I'll be showing you. And I'm now also back at uni, which I explained in my last video. Potentially the shop that I work in here could be opening soon, so I'm back. Although that should be opening after I'm done with all my work, so that's kind of perfect timing. But yeah, so I'll just be showing you what I'm up to for the next week. But yeah, I'm just doing my final assessment, so that one is, well, it's my political theory. What's the module called? I think it's called Issues of Political Theory. I really should know the name of the module. Something political theory. That's the module that my last assessment I've got to do is for that module, and that is a 4,000 word essay, which counts for 30 cats, which is a lot. That counts for the same amount as my assessment, my dissertation, even though that is only 4,000 words. So basically I'm going to be, I've left it quite late, so that'll be kind of what I'm working quite intensely on over the next week. So yeah, I will keep you updated on what I'm doing, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you are all doing well also. So pretty much every morning I'll go for a walk around Leamington after breakfast, so that most days I just have some yoghurt, some granola, maybe some fruit and some green tea, and then I just go maybe around like Jefferson's Gardens or down by the canal. But yeah, there are loads of really pretty places to go for walks around Leamington, so that's one thing I really like about being back at uni. Or if sometimes I might need to get some toiletries or go to Aldi to do some food shopping, so I'll usually just do that in the mornings before I start my day, but I'll always try and do at least a little bit of walking or running in the morning. And then it's time to start doing some work, so I'll normally just squeeze some lemon into my water to kind of stay hydrated while I do, get myself some herbal tea again, and just get on with my work. So I was just doing my gender and justice essay, just about applying justice to the private sphere of the family. And yeah, this is my final ever uni assignment, so I was just getting on with that. And then I just made some lunch, and this is basically supposed to be like a healthier, like more low calorie pizza. And I was just watching that, eating that whilst watching Say Yes to the Dress. And we normally have something like that, or Come Dine With Me on while we're in the living room. But yeah, that pizza you just make with a wrap and some passata, and then you can just put some, well, I put cheese, mushroom and ham on mine, but you can put whatever you want really, and it's supposed to be quite low calorie. And then that day I was actually really happy because I got an assignment results back and I got 82%, which is the highest I've ever got in like a coursework and not an exam, so I was really happy about that. And then I just normally get back to some work after lunch, so again just carrying on with that assignment, basically trying to get a decent amount done each day because I'd left it quite a little bit late basically. And then I also needed to list some of the sources that weren't available. So at the end of the assignments at the moment, we can just do that if it was something we couldn't get online. And then I'll often just have some odd jobs to do. So that might be some blogging for our Warwick platform. So this week I wrote my blog post all about finishing my dissertation, and I just kind of talked about what it was on and how I did it and how I divided the different sections and stuff like that. Or I might be kind of sorting out and editing these YouTube videos basically and getting those all sorted. And this week I also did some sorting through my wardrobe, so I actually needed to move all my clothes back from someone else's room because my wardrobe collapsed, and I had to move all my stuff out, but now it's all back in my wardrobe and a little bit tidier. And I also needed to do some of my returns this week as well, because I've been doing far too much online shopping, and I was just watching a documentary while I did that. I've also been making sure to sign loads of the petitions that are out there at the moment, which is really important, and I would recommend you doing that also. But yeah, that's one of the other things I've been doing. And I'd also really recommend watching this. I've literally just finished watching this, and it's called When They See Us, and it's on Netflix, and it was absolutely, it was a very eye-opening watch, but it was absolutely fantastic in terms of how it was done. It was really quite insightful, and I think it's definitely at the moment something that everyone should try and watch. It's only 4 episodes, they're an hour to an hour and a half each, but yeah, it's a really good watch. And then And then I've also started reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People about Race, but I haven't got very far into that one yet, but really interesting so far, and would also recommend trying to pick that up, as well as some other books. And then in terms of other things I've been watching, I've actually finished all of Selling Sunset now, which is actually really entertaining, even though it's slightly trashy. And I've also watched all of the Jeffrey Epstein documentary on Netflix as well, and that was rather eye-opening also. Would definitely recommend giving that a watch. It's quite shocking, but definitely interesting. And then one night this week we also all had a bit of like a celebration of being back together at uni, so we just watched Pop and Disco Dave, got him up on the TV, and just kind of had a at-home pop, and we actually did it themed, so we all had to dress up as someone else in the house, which was really fun. Although the slight downside of being back at uni is that the house is a bit of a tip, and we also have a slight ant infestation, so we currently have white powder all over our floor because there were ants everywhere, but it's calmed down slightly now. But yeah, not the most pleasant of situations. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and the next time I'll be making one, it will actually be, it'll be the end of uni. I will have finished all of my uni work ever, so that's pretty exciting but very scary. But yeah, I will see you then. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.